He had got one. It's a beast here. Ho, ho, ho.
You only got one or two more jigs.
He's about 1 3/4 pounds. That's a nice fish. You want him?
Yeah, they'll put him in the live well right there.
What we're doing,
You just got another bite.
what we're doing is we out here long lining these deep water crappie. We're probably fishing about 18 to 20 feet. And we're out here in the middle of this lake, and I'll show you what we're going to be, show you what we're doing in a minute. But if you know me, guess what we're using? Now this is a hand painted with fingernail polish spinny mini that my old buddy Scott painted. I'm fishing with my buddy Scott Canny down here, and I'll get into that in a little bit too. But we're out here in the middle of the lake in this deep water channel, and we're after the bait. Where you find the bait stacked up, and you heard me say this time of the year, everything goes to the river. Well, the bait stacked up out here on the river, and these crappie are just laying around, just waiting. So we're going to tackle these. It's the middle of January. No wind today, so well, let's just go out here and see what we can do. So we're going to try this and see if we can catch some of this deep water crappie long line trolling. All right, what we're doing is we're marking some bait and some fish scattered. They're 20 foot deep. We're trying to fish about 18 foot deep. If they feed them, they're going to come up and hit it. But they're just scattered all along the bottom. We're in 30 foot of water now, and they're out here in this river channel. River channel goes all the way across this lake, but they're hugging the bottom right now. But when you find these bait pods, and I'm not one to fish bait, but certain times of the year they all gather out here, and they're feeding. They got a feeding frenzy going right now, because it's that time of the year. The year's done turned, the days getting longer, and they really packing it on. They eating because they growing them eggs now and trying to put on as much weight. And by the way, this is the time of the year for the next 6 weeks. You'll probably catch the biggest fish of your lifetime if you get out here around them, because that's when they get the biggest. But that's what we're after. See, there's comes some more bait that's all scattered on the bottom, and all we're doing is long line trolling. I'm casting out probably 60 feet. You know, right now we're running a 0.4, and my spinning minis is 1/10 of an ounce. And the best we can tell at 16, 17 foot, it'll flip from 3 to 4. Oh man, he's got, Big Scott's got one on now. done caught him one.
So nice, Mr. Duke.
Now let me tell you. Went from one to the other.
Yep.
Now, if you catch them on a sideways turn like that, you're going to get hung up. And you're going to get tangled. Oh my God. You gotta love it. Ooh, beautiful crappie. You see that? Yellow jacket. Many, many. I'll tell you what, these things eat good. Did you know? I've been watching YouTube, and they're talking about making imitation crab meat out of fish. Said any whitefish will work. And you take a pot of boiling water, and you put a cup of sugar in it, and a lemon, and you drop your fish in there, just your raw fish. And when it drops down, it comes up and floats, and it's done. And it's supposed to be that sweet, tastes like crab by lobster, and that imitation crab meat, stuff like that. And I done that. And you got one? I done that, and it don't work. I ended up eating boiled fish, but it was still good. But if you see that thing about making crappie imitation crab meat, don't do it. It don't work. The big police chief's got one on. They've been a little slack today. I'll get this one for you. Whoa. Here we go. Candy cane. Like I said, we ain't catching a bunch, but we having fun out here, boys. It's cold. There ain't another lake. There ain't another boat on the water. When it gets like that, that makes for some pretty good fishing. When you're out here doing that. Still got my minnows. Keep in mind, people ask me, yes, I tip with minnows. like Louisa. It's wearing me out now. I shouldn't open my mouth. He got a hog on. About 1.5 pounds. 140, something like that. Now keep in mind, when you're long line trolling, right now, like I mentioned earlier, we're in 29 foot of water now. This is the deepest channel on the whole lake. And the fish are down there probably about 20 feet. And the spinning minis we're using, they're 1/10 of an ounce. But when you give it a good cast, out there about 50, 60 feet, once it settles down, we're running about a 0.4, 0.5. And every boat's different, every line's different, get used to know what depth you're fishing with. But with the line, I use the ghost line. It's a thin line and 1/10 of an ounce. At a 0.4, 0.5, we can run about 16, somewhere in that neighborhood, 17 foot deep. And if the fish are wanting to feed, they're feeding up, they're going to sit, they're going to hit it. But just because this is the speed we're running, you know, get used to what you're running and what your jigs to do and what your line capability to do it. Thicker line's going to run shallower. You know, a muddy lake's going to run shallower. A clear water lake's going to run deeper. Maybe that'll help you out just a little bit. One thing you remember too, I told you earlier about the boiled fish, it ain't worth the crap. But now if you want something good, do you want them crappie casseroles? You take them crappie, you take your 8x10 bacon dish. Wait a minute, let me see what big boy's in my way. I can't even talk. I don't even think he's got a crappie. Oh my God. He got a big old hammer. He's killing me now. I'm embarrassed. Me being a pro and all that. But back to where we was. If you want something good, old Pink, they hitting Pink. Ooh, that's a 2, that's a 2. He get closer if you put him. But anyway, if you take your 8x10 bacon dish and fill the bottom full of sliced onions, put your crappie fillet on it, thick, I like mine thick. Then get you some instant, it's got to be instant mashed potato, mix it up, and you pour it over that fish, about a 1/2 inch thick. You know, salt and pepper it to taste. Then cover the top of them mashed potatoes with sharp cheddar cheese. And you put it in the oven for about 40 minutes. And buddy, you're talking about good? You need to try that. Just try it. Sometime you'll like it. You got one too? I do. Let me throw this out and I'll get you I'll get you. Just remember, just give it a big swing. That's all we do, just give it a big swing. And I mean nobody on the water. We out here got it all to ourselves. It's cold. The wind's picking up, blowing a little bit. But they biting. La 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 la. You ain't gonna get the captain down long.
Don't get confused. I'm the captain of this ship.
That got cold.
Back up. That's a good one.
Whoa! How you like that? Whoa! Blue and black. He's over 2. It's getting cold, I know that. We fixing to probably gonna have to call this thing in a minute. But anyway, just remember, you know, get out into the river channel. And even though I'm not a fan of bait, this time of year they gather the bait, and these fish are in feeding frenzies. Just look for the bait and fish with the bait and see how it works. You know, you may catch a few, you may catch a lot, but you'll have fun. But just remember, if I can help you, www.southerncrappierods.com, and I'm Ed. I'll see you on the next one.